Well, in 111 balls of the craziest cricket imaginable this morning here at Trent Bridge in the fourth Investec Test match, England regained the Ashes. It took them 18.3 overs to bowl Australia out for 60. It was almost surreal. Now let's have a look at the Investec Test tracker to see the progress of the day and all this procession of wickets of Australia in the first hour and a half's play. In fact, if you move along here, we can see that after 10 overs, Australia were 38 for 7, which is just extraordinary. The way they batted, the appalling way they applied themselves on this pitch, and the dominance of particularly Stuart Broad, a procession of wickets. England, when they batted, 30 for 0 after 10 overs, Australia 38 for 7, and it just continued in that way with that dismissal for 60 all out. Now if we have a look at the way they were out, I think that's really quite revealing. All the wickets, apart from one, Peter Neville, bowled by Stephen Finn, were caught either in the slip cordon or by wicketkeeper Butler. Obviously, the score was very low, only one in the top 7 in double figures, Michael Clarke with 10, and that was a pretty lucky 10. But all the other batsmen falling to good, persevering, fast seam bowling, all getting edges into the slip. Some great catches taken by Joe Root, particularly by Ben Stokes, a couple down the bottom here for Root and another one for Stokes. England's slip catching absolutely outstanding. In fact, the top scorer was actually extras with 14, overtaking Mitchell Johnson's 13. And obviously these incredible bowling figures, Stuart Broad, 9 overs, 5 maidens, 8 for 15. Not in his wildest dreams would he have ever thought that he could achieve that on his home ground at Trent Bridge. When England batted, they did lose a couple of early wickets, but Joe Root was outstanding. He was as good as Australia were bad. And we can just have a look at his wagon wheel here. The key to batting on a pitch like this, which is moving around a bit, is to play the ball as late as possible. And you can see from Joe Root's wagon wheel here that the ball was mainly hit behind the wicket, which implies that he was actually playing the ball as late as possible, right under his nose. A few drives towards the end of the innings, but that innings of 124 not out was double what Australia managed for their 10 wickets. It was an abysmal performance by Australia, outstanding by England, and in the next couple of days they can get their hands on that urn.